Hey everyone, my name's Erica, and I've had a couple of clients recently who've been experiencing a lot of headaches. One of them knows that her jaw is really tight and is probably to blame, and also that her neck gets a lot of tension, and that's often one of the causes of headaches. It's not the only cause, but it's one of them. So if you know that you get headaches from tension, or even if you don't get headaches but you notice tension in your jaw, tension in your neck, then this is for you. We're going to do just some movements with our hands and with our head, neck, and chin. And then I'm going to have a second video that uses some props, blocks, therapy balls, and a rolled up yoga mat. So we're going to start with the jaw. You're going to make a very loose, light fist with one hand and put it up against the side of your bottom jaw. Keep your jaw right centered in the middle and push your jaw into your fist and your fist into your jaw. So you want it to be equal pressure, and you also want to keep your jaw, you might even look in the mirror for this, keep your jaw centered so that you don't end up over to one side. And keep your chin down and rooting back so that your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. See if you can go a little stronger. And then release. Second side. Hand into jaw, jaw into hand. Keep your shoulders relaxed, your neck nice and long, your breath steady. You can have your lips closed or slightly open. Release, and then we're going to do from the bottom, so nice and loose, gently pressing up and equally pressing down. And have your mouth open, your jaw open just a little bit here so that you're not pushing your teeth into each other. And release. And then we're going to do those three again. So first side. Second side. And from the bottom. If you grind your teeth, if you always have a tight jaw, you might want to do sets, maybe a third set, and do those throughout the day. Even 3 times a day would be great. Next, we're going to go inside the mouth. You're going to use your thumb on the top of your mouth, and it's halfway back. There's a marma point. The marma points are the Ayurvedic acupressure points, and you'll feel it when you find it. It'll be tender, and you're going to, just like with these movements, you're going to push your thumb up as you press your top of your upper palate down, and starting with really gentle movements. They don't have to be really strong and forceful to be effective. Try to not panic when there's something big and weird in your mouth, especially coming towards the back of your throat. You might get a little bit panicked. So if that does happen, try to calm yourself down, breathe through it, and even move your thumb forward a little bit, go in a little slower. So you don't want to re-traumatize or introduce trauma when we're trying to release. And then take your hand out, take a breath. If that felt really good, you can do another one of those. The next one we're going to do is for the cheek, the face muscles, and it's one that uses the breath to move the muscles from the inside. So it looks really goofy. You probably aren't in front of a room full of people or on YouTube, so you don't have to worry so much about it. But it can look goofy, so you can go with that goofiness, especially if you have kids around that can encourage you and them to do it, or you can just do it in private. So what you're going to do is take a breath in through your nose, and then you're going to push the breath into your cheeks and then up to the top of your cheeks. It can take a little bit of kind of playing around to get right into that place where you're going for the place where your inner cheeks meet at the very top, so like the top corner. So it looks like this. So as much as possible, you hold your breath in and don't let any breath come out through your nose until you need to let your breath out, and then you just let it all out through your nose, through your mouth. It feels good to let it out through your mouth. And also you might have seen that my cheeks were moving around a little bit, and that's just to kind of get into different areas. You can find different little pockets of tightness, and sometimes it takes some effort to get right into the right spot. So that's for your jaw. And then for the neck, we're going to do a similar, just like we did this, we're going to use the isometric movements for the neck. So bring one hand up to the side of your head, keep your elbow nice and wide, push your head into your hand into your head. And this is another one where you want to, especially the first time you do it, be in front of a mirror to make sure you're not twisting, you're not shifting over from one side or another. That'll often happen. Relax your shoulders down, stretch up through your neck. You want to really keep the length, and then release. Other side. Push your head into your hand into your head, and keep your chin slightly tucked. That's another thing that often happens, is the chin lifts. You want to resist that lifting. And then bring both hands, palms to forehead, keeping your head over the rest of your neck, your spine. Push your head forward, your hands back. This tends to be the weakest of these movements, with the front of the throat being engaged. And release. Interlace your fingers, bring them behind your head, keep your elbows nice and wide. Press your head back, your hands forward. Nice, slow, relaxed breath, keeping your neck long. Keep your fingers interlaced. Take them from the back of your head onto the top of your head. Keep your chin slightly tucked. Push your head up, your hands down. This one really, there's a possibility of collapsing and shrinking through the neck, so make sure you're not doing that. And then keep your fingers interlaced. Bring your hands underneath your chin. Push your hands up, your chin down, but don't let your chin actually move. So don't let it lift up or tuck down. Keep it right where it is. And then release. Turn your head to one side. So let's all turn our head to the right. And take your right hand to the left side of your head. Keep your chin tucked. Push your head as if to move it back to center, but use your hand to resist any movement. And then keep your head and hand where they are, but release the pressure. You'll be able to turn your head a little further to the right, and then push your head and hand together. Keep your chin tucked, your skull rooting back. And release. Bring your head back to center. Tuck your chin. Turn to the other side. Hand to opposite side of the head. Turn your head back towards center. Push your hand into your head. Stretch up through your spine. Keep your head and hand where they are. Release the pressure. Turn your head a little more. And then push your head into your hand. Make sure this opposite shoulder isn't coming forward. Your right shoulder isn't coming forward. Press it back. And then release, bring your head back to center, and there you go. Some jaw and neck releases that you can do repeatedly, either once you've done this video a few times, learn them. You can do one or two, put them all together, see which ones work best for you, which ones you feel like you need the most. Enjoy.